The world can be a strange, confusing place.
Are we battling voiceovers at this point? Alright, sir. Alright, so this is gonna be one of those cool cinematic type videos. Okay. I'm picking up what you're dropping here. I mean, the video clearly has 3 million views and 138K likes.
Killed in an airstrike while leaving the Baghdad airport.
They must be doing something
Now
right.
to Australia, where they're facing those massive fires, already among the worst in that country's history.
The mystery virus started here in the city of Wuhan. Chinese authorities pinpointing its source to this food market.
Life in Italy has officially crawled to a halt.
Another night of chaos and unrest as anger over police killings spread to every corner of the country.
You're really trying to take us back there, aren't you?
Of course, we all know that all too well by this point.
Oh, how you just gonna turn my TV off like that? Okay, alright, son, I see what you're doing there, bucko. I remember when I cared about New Year's Eve.
What was supposed to be the year of positivity,
now.
change, and unity has devolved into consisting of nothing but tragedy, mundanity, and isolation.
Mundanity.
It's
Oh,
been a
that's a
shitty
word
year,
that
to
you
say
don't
the
hear
least.
often.
In the midst of everything, a trend had emerged that gave people the outlet to get out, to go explore, and to experience all the natural wonders that they likely wouldn't have seen otherwise.
Accurate?
Trailblazed by an app named Randonautica, players all over the world have been sent
Even
on
that
adventures to allegedly
freaking
random GPS
token is
coordinates
creepy.
within a few miles radius of them. What could go wrong?
I wonder how this is even possible, if it really is truly
Well,
bringing
quite
out
a
these
bit,
like
actually.
horrific, like illegal experiences to people.
Quite a
Like,
bit.
how is this app even able to exist? Mysterious encounters from Randonautica.
On the 20th of June 2020, a TikTok user by the name of Henry would upload a video
Henry.
with the caption, "Something traumatic happened that changed my life." It involves the
That's such an
exploration of a
influencer
GPS location
caption.
given to them by the Randonautica app. And at first, it doesn't seem like anything that we haven't seen before.
I remember this
If it
one.
weren't
This
for the
is about
creepy,
the
scary horror,
suitcase.
synth tension, sound production, gen stock effect that they added to the video, then the beginning of it would honestly be pretty lighthearted. The initial vibe that I gathered from their discovery was interesting, but not malicious.
I wonder
However,
if
I was
this
wrong.
dude actually like films this
Let's
himself.
watch it together.
It's very cinematic. I'm actually very impressed. The spook factor is here. I think this was a good choice. Randonautica sent us to this part of the beach. We found this black suitcase. We were joking that maybe the suitcase would have money.
Open it. It stinks, y'all.
Would you open the suitcase?
Oh.
As soon as she opened it, the smell was overwhelming.
Okay, so she's calling the police so we can see. if
Listen,
it's
y'all
actually a
dress
dead body
too
or
nice
it's
to be
just
dealing with
food.
some illegal shit like this. I mean, by this point, we were getting a little scared and nervous.
Yeah, here's the crime scene.
A freaking crime scene. Holy shit. Wow. So again, that brings me to the question, how is this app even able to exist even after that one experience?
You saw the end of that video, so you know where this is heading. As it turned
clearly.
out, the contents of the suitcase wasn't food or anything innocent like they were hoping. They were actual, real-world human remains.
Ugh.
And the investigation was on.
Did they
While
find out like
police and
how
detectives
old
were working to
the
identify
remains
the
were? Like,
bodies,
can they
the
match
TikTok
it to
video blew up
like
on
how
social
old
media.
the person was when they
It seemed
when
like
they
everyone
died?
was talking about it, and there was a
imagine
clear
you can do
emphasis
that
on
by,
the
like,
app in which the
bone
teens
density or
located the
something.
suitcase from. Randonautica. Was there more to it? Were they hiding something? How are they determining the GPS coordinates that they feed to their users? Let's come back to this.
Oh, really? Let's come back to this? You're gonna take us somewhere else even creepier? Alright, we're ready.
10 days later.
10 days later. Oh boy.
We are starting to learn more about the two people whose remains were found in bags along the shoreline in West Seattle.
In that little suitcase?
On June 30th, Seattle detectives would identify the remains as those of not one, but two people. 35-year-old Jessica Lewis and 27-year-old Austin Winter were killed by gunshots an undetermined amount of time prior to their discovery. The killer and motive have also not yet been determined, and according to police, this remains an active and ongoing investigation.
You had two whole-ass human beings.
It's a tragic and disturbing situation that's typically the work of nightmares. Realizing that these people had lives, jobs, loved ones, and aspirations, with their fate reduced to being stuffed inside of a suitcase and discovered on TikTok of all things is...
I know, right? That just makes it worse that it was discovered on TikTok.
May they rest in peace.
Seriously.
No one deserves that.
That's so fucking tragic. Wow. That's terrifying, dude. How is the app able to exist even after that? When further details arise from this bizarre case, we'll make a return to it. Alright, this was in 2020, so I'd have to go and check and see if they did any follow-up. For now, I'd like to lock our focus in on Randonautica. He really creates a good atmosphere in this video. I'm digging this shit.
This bothered me. Something about a random group of teenagers stumbling upon a dead body through a supposed random GPS adventure app rubbed me the wrong way. This had to have been an isolated incident though. Let's be real. This entire situation happened through mere coincidence, right? Wrong.
Yeah.
I opened up TikTok and scoured the Randonautica hashtag. As it turned out, there were quite the hefty few that also encountered strange discoveries when they were out exploring. Since the phenomenon's become borderline mainstream, we unfortunately do have people exaggerating like some of the boss baby calling 3 a.m. channels that we've seen in years past. You know who you are. But we also have a ton that seem entirely legitimate. Let's take a look at a few notable ones.
See, that's the thing. It's like, it's hard to kind of tell, because like when you look up Randonautica, there's a lot of clearly fake shit.
Like, what?
So it's hard to decipher what's authentic and what's not.
And then there was this path.
Dude, that's fucking creepy. That's like some Midsummer shit. Midsummer, however you say the name of that fucking movie.
And then there was like a bunch of random stuff inside in the middle and a bunch of rocks. So basically it led us to a big bird's nest.
That's a ritual. Looks like a bullseye.
Okay, if you've seen any TikToks about the Randonautica app, I'm shook. You need to keep listening. My boyfriend and I were supposed to get this kitten today, and my mom said no, so of course we were really sad about it. And then I saw a TikTok about the Randonautica app, and I was like, we need to do that because I really want a kitten.
Listen, so, I understand creepy shit, but really, do you really need to do it? I like creepy shit. I'm not running out to use this damn app.
I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere, but there was easy roads to get there. And there was a gate blocking us from getting where we needed to be. Then when I was
which means you should probably go the opposite direction.
This kitten was there.
So I just went randonauting.
Girl. I bet you'll never do it again.
And our intention was death.
What the fuck?
We were on our way to the spot, and I look out my window, and there's someone laying in the gutter with their wife literally, like, on them, holding them. And so I parked and got out, and he got shot.
Girl. So basically it's your fault is what you're saying?
He gave me the phone, and I had to call the cops. And Darius was... He wrapped his jacket around the wound. And then the cops came, and we got questioned, and I just had to leave. And I just dropped Darius off.
That's traumatizing.
So this randonauting app just brought us to this creepy town. And honestly, when we saw this, we should have turned around and left.
That's fucking terrifying.
Continue up the mountain,
that's worse than seeing
abandoned cars and
actual
nobody
person
around.
standing
At this
there.
point, we're definitely trespassing. We couldn't even really turn around at this point because the road was so narrow and it was such a steep drop.
At least he's not driving a Jeep.
We were kind of intrigued at how creepy this was, even though it was getting dark really quick. And next thing we know, the sun had gone down. and the moon came out, giving it just more of a creepy vibe. But we had the pin pulled up, we were so close to it.
So there's literally only 2 of you there.
How to explain this?
At night.
We're the only ones around, and a random rock falls. I think that was a sign that we should leave.
Yeah.
But we kept going. Everything
Dude, I'm
about
getting
this place
chills
was
just fucking watching
really
this.
Bad vibes. And when I looked into here and saw this, as soon as I realized it's some sort of face, we took off running. I don't know what it is with this town, why there's all these abandoned cars, no people, and mannequins in the window. But I'm deleting this.
Yeah, all of it is to deter you from continuing to go there. That's literally what that is, let's be honest.
So as we can see, results can heavily vary. Some people stumbled upon what appear to be ritualistic sites, strange people, clingy animals, and even old friends. It definitely is interesting seeing all of these discoveries coming to fruition. It's almost like the world's a bit stranger than we all thought.
What was happening?
With this in mind though, how are these people able to stumble upon such odd phenomena? Does the app know something that we don't? Is it made to inherently disturb you? How does it pick its locations? It's something that's actually really starting to fascinate me, and so I embarked on a hunt to figure out exactly what a Randonaut is and how the app works.
Yeah, seriously.
I eventually stumbled upon an article on medium.com that dives into the subject matter. Part 1. What is a Randonaut? A Randonaut is a person who explores both the application and impact of randomness in the experience of everyday reality. This exploration into randomness can be carried out in several different ways. The 2 primary experiments that Randonauts are currently exploring are blind spots and mind-matter interactions. A blind spot is a place in the real world that you would never normally encounter through any chain of causal experiences.
This MK Ultra sounding shit.
Patterned lives. Our everyday experience throughout the social and geographical world is guided by our internal mental makeup, which may contain some share of determinism. On the other hand, mind-matter interactions encompass the other side of randonauting. This is the idea that the human mind actually has a statistically significant impact on the output of quantum random number generators. The Fatum bot can generate what are called intention-driven anomalies, which are coordinate locations that are calculated based on the density of QRNG outputs and which are often explored through the use of intention. What this potentially means is that your mind can have some influence on the location and subsequent experience that's generated by the bot. Interesting.
I don't want to.
While blind spot interaction is mostly cut and dry, mind-matter interactions are where it can get a bit confusing. From what I gather, the article is essentially explaining that when you set what they call an intention for your use of the app, then the bot can adjust the location it gives you accordingly. I'm not entirely sure how specific it can get or how strong the effect is, but I have a funny feeling that it relates a bit to confirmation bias. An example being, if you set out to a location with the intention of finding a stray cat, then you'll be more hypervigilant on finding one. And if you do, then, well, this is why. The article continues.
My mind is literally like, I'm in the Matrix right now.
Randonautica is known to track your location and log your IP address to assist the bot in algorithmically determining specific locations for you to visit. It's also known to perform retinal scans using the front camera of each user's mobile device at any given time, with or without explicit consent. The gathered data and footage is then logged by deep web hackers to dox you and steal your passwords. They then take your passwords to hack your bank account and slowly siphon money so they can fund the Randonautica app and get more users. After they've taken all your money and sent you spiraling into a deep crippling debt, they utilize their previous dox information to hunt you down.
Are you showing me Resident Evil 2? Sorry, Lisa.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding. It doesn't do that.
I mean,
the confirmation bias thing though, I think there's some believability there. If you think about it, the effect is stronger than you think. If you don't believe me, then I want to test that with you right now. After you finish the video, I want you to go back to your daily lives and do whatever it is that you do. When you're doing that though, remember the number 21.
Okay.
Anyway, enough messing around. The science behind Randonautica clearly is strange.
Is it like the
People
whole
have been
thing
stumbling
where it's
upon
like,
weird
you
phenomena
know,
for
you
months,
constantly
and
see
that's not even
11-11
including the
all the
incident in
time?
Seattle. And with that, I know what I must do. We've got to try this.
Get out of here.
You and me.
No, you, only you. I'm just watching. Like, motherfucker, I'm just here for the ride, okay? Like, there's no you and me, there is only you, trust me.
So I downloaded the app and was a bit surprised after opening it. The UI is nothing like I expected it to be. I shared my location with them, and now I'm at a crossroads. It's our choice now.
Boy.
We're given the option between choosing if we'd like an anomaly, an attractor, or a void. According to the app, attractors are dense clusters of random points. Voids are the opposite. Anomalies are the strongest out of attractors and voids. Wait, what?
This is
strongest relative
such
to
dark
what?
web shit. This is like mainstream dark web shit.
Let's give it a shot. I'm curious. Choose your entropy source. It's been a while since I've taken physics. Give me a second.
Quit trying to be funny. We're supposed to be scared.
A thermodynamic quantity representing the unavailability of a system's thermal energy for conversion into mechanical work, often interpreted as the degree of disorder or randomness in the system. Huh. Alright.
Huh is right.
Let's just go with ANU since I'm still unsure. Well, looks like we got it. So let's go.
Focus on your intent. Dude, these slow
So I
fades
met
are
up with
killing
the crew,
me.
Mama, Max, and Night Dogs, and we hit the road in hopes of finding something. When finding you a location, the app asks you to set an intention for each trip, and it's basically what you hope to find wherever you go. We set our first one as death.
What the?
And this
What
is
is
what
it
we
with
found.
y'all and being obsessed with death? Man, Pennywise is about to pop out and pop your ass. This is so fucking scary, dude. Why would you do this by yourself? I'm not even interested in doing this with another person, let alone by my fucking self. What the fuck? Are those people? See, now I'm freaked out. I'm not even there and I'm freaked out. What was that crackling rock? Oh, it's this genius.
Absolutely nothing.
Huh.
Maybe this wasn't a good spot. Let's try another.
You're disappointed that you didn't find death? Like, what are we saying?
Max set the intention this time, and it was Satanism. Let's see what we got.
Oh boy. Y'all must be really young. Well, must have been. It was 2020. Location 2, intention Satan. That's cute. You're gonna see some horns pop out. Like you're a big celestial popping out of the earth and shit in the Eternals. Okay, does that represent the number 8? Does that mean something? Infinity? The infinity loop? Mm-hmm. Nothing really must have happened with you setting up all these damn cinematic ass shots.
I'll admit it is a bit creepy being out here at 2 a.m.
2 a.m.?
Satanic symbolism seems to be escaping me. I hate to say it, but there doesn't seem to be much here either.
It was the
maybe
infinity
I'm just
symbol.
not looking hard enough.
I guess.
Or maybe this spot's another dud.
Again, like, why are you disappointed that you didn't find anything? Like, y'all looking for a cult to literally blood sacrifice you at 2 a.m.? I mean, come on now.
Let's try one more.
I'd be ecstatic.
Intention?
Well,
Cults.
not ecstatic to meet the cult, but ecstatic if nothing actually happened. Y'all went to Anytime Fitness afterward. They're like, whew, we need a workout.
Oh, I really wanted to find something here. That cult symbolism's got to be somewhere.
Yeah, the cult symbol is the gas prices right now. That's your fucking cult symbol.
Of course, as you might expect, we also left this one empty-handed.
It's a fucking gas station. There's plenty of demonic ass bitches that walk in
the
there.
app didn't give us anything. We didn't find death, or cults, or Satan, or what have you. It was just ordinary. With that, I don't think the app's connected to serial killers like some were claiming.
Extraordinary.
I think it's either all massive confirmation bias and coincidence, or most of the popular Randonautica TikToks are fake. I'm sure there are some legitimate ones out there, but like we hinted at the beginning, some honestly do seem heavily exaggerated. I don't have concrete, irrefutable proof, but in my opinion, that's what it appears to be. Randonautica isn't creepy. It doesn't have a conspiracy behind it. It isn't some serial killer logbook. It's just an app that's had an unfortunate coincidence and sparked a wildfire of conspiracy
Fast forward to
theories
this
around the
being
world.
the last video he ever
Tonight,
uploaded.
We didn't find anything
That would have
creepy,
been an
but we didn't
incredible
leave
exit
empty-handed.
from your YouTube career.
Maybe the true Randonautica were the memories we made along the way.
Y'all reunited at Walmart. Y'all are so happy that you caught the evening sales.
There you go again. I'm paranoid about it.
Y'all are way too happy to be in the Walmart parking lot. I hate going to Walmart. I'm a Target bitch.
As we've seen, the Randonautica app is an incredibly interesting one that sent people on local adventures all over the world. The Seattle situation, by far, stands out as one of the most disturbing discoveries ever made due to the app.
You ain't lying.
However, to me, everything else about it just stands out as nothing but massive confirmation bias.
I'm telling you, it's the dark
Remember,
web. You're being
trepidation
tracked.
is relative.
They know
If
where you
set out
are.
through
They're coming.
Randonautica looking for something to freak you out, then chances are you just might find something. For the most part though, the app seems to be relatively safe. Get out. Embark on an adventure.
Dude,
Just
no.
remember, always
Don't
bring someone
encourage
with you,
them.
and never, ever give the app the intention of...
Stop it. Stop it. This asshole. His OBS crashed. Is that it? Is it over? Oh, yeah, I guess it's over. Okay. Alright, well, I can officially say that I'm not interested in doing it. I think this is some white people shit. The Ouija board. Don't even get me started. I've got a couple Ouija board stories. Not gonna say them tonight, but I mean, they were a really long time ago, and I haven't really been able to put my finger on if whether or not what I remember happened. You know what I mean? I was like really young and impressionable. So even me having that kind of like thinking, I guess, probably was nothing. I feel like if it was something that was like super serious and terrifying, you know, it's like you remember shit like that. But anyway, yeah, so moral of the story is I've learned with this video about investigating mysterious encounters from Randonautica, I've learned that I have no interest in downloading this app. I am fully okay with just watching videos about it. And even then. All right, see y'all next week. Happy randonauting.